She starts posting all of these pictures and videos talking about how she misses her mom and stepdad. But at night, when there's nothing to do in the house,
That's that one girl who's on that one thing on like their podium crying and stuff, acting like she wasn't the one who did it, but she did, and she was telling everybody that she misses them so much she was crying. This is her?
empty, I'd always think about how much I needed them.
What's up guys, Antio here, and today we're here to check out a video called The Girl Who Ended Her Mom for TikTok Clout. Really? Really? We're doing stuff again? This ain't the first time I heard about this. This is another one. And why is it always for clout? Don't nobody know who you are, so I don't understand what you're gaining from this. Like, are you trying to get money from this? Followers? Who's gonna follow you after doing this? Besides, like, other villains who would rather do this too. Like, that don't make sense, man. It just don't make sense. I don't get it. Before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Also, join the Discord if you haven't already. Trust me, it's actually pretty cool over there. And in the comments, let me know how you feel about the situation. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be bad. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more than just her ending her mom. I feel like it's gonna have, like, other steps involved that we are not ready for, and I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
In this day and age, it's pretty safe to say that a lot of people do a lot of dumb shit for TikTok clout. Trends where people do outright cringy shit, embarrass themselves, and possibly even
Now, I knew about that. I knew about the whole Jack Doherty kissing the Island Boys. I'm not gonna lie, I would have done it too. I see both sides like Chanel. What'd you expect me to say? I mean, I know how they get, but damn, I'm just being honest. Before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell because I have a long journey ahead and I ain't stopping anytime soon. Now let's get back into the video.
kill themselves. Science has shown over the years how social media likes spike the living crap out of your dopamine receptors. Every single like and view just gives your brain a little bit of that good stuff. And apps like TikTok have been designed to give your brain as much of that good stuff as possible. It's not just a thing that people like to make a career out of, it's also a giant social booster. Because these apps are so popular amongst teenagers and kids, getting TikTok famous is one of the best ways to get popular. And like I've said before, we've seen a lot of people that have done some stupid ass shit to get that. The Blackout Challenge, the Benadryl Challenge, the Penny Challenge, I mean, you name it. But when people do these trends, usually it's only themselves that they hurt. But what about when a person ends the life of someone else to get famous? Well, that's what this TikToker has done, allegedly. Lots of evidence has shown that this girl, Sarah Grace Parker, has ended the lives of her parents just to get internet points on TikTok. Now, I say alleged because this case is still going on and it's not technically confirmed that she did it, so I just want to point that out. This is all alleged.
Okay.
No one has been found guilty. But almost anyone that sees this story thinks she did it. And it starts to make sense when you look at the evidence. Let's cut the bullshit and get right into it. Now, Sarah is
I think it starts to make sense the second I saw the title's name. That says a lot right there.
your typical 17-year-old girl. She has a boyfriend and does a lot of hobbies and, you know, usual teenage girl stuff. And like a lot of girls her age, she likes to spend a lot of time on TikTok. And very obviously wants to be an influencer. There's only one problem though. She has no talent. So what do you do if you have no skills, no humor, or creativity and you want to get internet famous? Well, you try and post thirst traps. And that's basically all
Of
about
course.
putting on tons of makeup, wearing her best outfit, and really getting the whole view right so that she could get the best thirst trap possible. Like, she really spared no effort for making the best lip sync videos possible. If you look at her mugshot compared to how she looks in these videos, it's like not
When you look at her, you can just tell she wants to be a TikTok influencer, or when she turns 18, the other thing, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know, you can just tell, like, with the makeup and the, like, some people wear stuff and dress how they dress in order to, like, come off a certain way. You can just tell, like, certain people dress a certain way to be portrayed as a certain thing, and it's just obvious.
not the same person. It's just like so obvious how much time she is spending into these videos. But hey, with a lot of girls that try to get social media attention, that's really just kind of like the name of the game, unfortunately. There's a lot of pressure to look as glamorous as possible. But even though she's doing all of this, her TikToks don't really get that much views. So she can't get views from being funny or following trends or for her looks. So she thinks there has to be another way to get some sort of internet clout that doesn't require any talent. And that's when she hatches the amazing idea to kill her parents, allegedly. Now, why this is her first move, I have no fucking idea. Now, in February 2025 was when she put the plan into action. She somehow finds a gun because, you know, it's America. She's from Georgia, and over there it's a lot easier to find a gun than it is to find a can of Coca-Cola. Now, for
Is it?
context, Sarah's parents are divorced, so she lives with her mom and her stepdad, who is married to her mom. And so, anyway, she takes this gun and then goes into the room while they're asleep and shoots both of them. Somehow or some way, she hides the gun and then pretends to go to sleep. The next day, Sarah
How did you even have the heart to do that? I would be broken forever if I did that. Like, yo, what in my head made me want to do this? Like, is it that real? Like, I got too much of a heart, and that's for like a lot of people, family, friends, anybody. Like, I can't even raise my hands against my best friend. Like, I'd rather give you a hug than want to fight you. I'm just not a fighter, man. Like, just think about it with like, that's like blasphemy.
Sarah's 5-year-old sister walks into the room to see that her parents are dead. I mean, listen, shooting your parents is one thing, but letting your 5-year-old sister look at that is just beyond disgusting. So obviously the 5-year-old screams in terror, and then her older sister comes in to see the horror and then pretends like as if she's super shocked. And then right after, calls 911. But since she hit her tracks, has an alibi, the cops don't suspect her at first. I mean, who would think that an innocent 17-year-old would just kill her parents out of nowhere, right? There's no motive, no reason, and apparently they had an amazing relationship. But very soon after, Sarah starts to post some of this on TikTok. And when I say soon, I mean like a week after it happened. She starts posting all of these pictures and videos talking about how she misses her mom and stepdad. But at night, when there's nothing to do in the house...
That's that one girl who's on that one thing on that podium crying and stuff, acting like she wasn't the one who did it, but she did. And she was telling everybody that she misses them so much she was crying. This is her?
Empty. I'd always think about how much I needed them. And with each post, it gets more and more dramatic. She posts all of these pictures where she's crying and really just wailing out about missing her mom. You're just thinking it's a small thing that just happened. I just want my mama. I can't do this shit without my mama. Sent into an anxiety attack as we enter the parking lot to the church my parents always took me to. I still can't comprehend the fact I'm never gonna get to go home. Her t-shirt. What do you mean I can't call my mom? Still doesn't feel real, but it still stings. Why me? The world ended when it happened to me. She even posted a video.
It's that she keeps constantly posting videos about her mom. It's like you're fishing for clout by using her death as a... Like what?
Video where she's crying and her mascara is dripping down to show all the tears.
You don't gotta cry.
She even posts a picture where she's literally on the way to her parents' funeral. This can't be real. On my way to my parents' funeral. Now looking at these text captions, it's also obvious that she posted this to Snapchat where her friends saw it. This is not even like half the stuff she's posted because she's made so much more. Now posting about your mom dying and talking about how you're sad of it in of itself is not attention-seeking behavior per se. If you're doing it in a proper way that expresses your emotions and your grief, that's totally normal. And also if you're doing it like on their birthday or on some type of anniversary, that just makes a lot of sense. But posting it like so many consecutive times
for nothing, for 100 measly views and 70 something, like what? It's a demon. There's no way a person who's like, this is crazy.
Times like literally a week after it happened is just not proper behavior. Yes, lots of people grieve in different ways, but at least me personally, when I've seen people who have lost a loved one, they don't post about it like 24/7.
Right.
Like even with the crying video, she's lip syncing to a song, and for copyright reasons I can't play it. Like she took the time to open the app, find the song, film the video, and look at it to make sure that it was correct and then post it. And then also made sure that the mascara dripping was extremely obvious. Is that not—
That's why I can't trust people crying on camera a lot. I'm like, yo, what if this is scripted? What if you're just lying? Like again, like if the title of the video is like something sad happened, but like when the second I get into the video and it's you crying, I'm thinking like, okay, this is obviously either fake or you're doing it for something. Cause I'm like, yo,
weird, or is that just me? Perhaps one of the weirdest parts of the funeral was where she gave a speech. She got up on stage and broke down about how she loved her mom and missed her every single day.
I told you this is the one. This is the one I was talking about. You don't have a cross behind it and you doing this.
My name is Sarah, and I'm Kristen Brock's daughter and James Brock's stepdaughter. This isn't easy. I don't know how Ben and Angie do this all the time, but I'm really happy I get to do this. But just bear with me because I stutter a lot. I just wanted to say goodbye to my mom and Jamie since we never got the chance to. I was so used to you guys always being here to the point that I never once thought to imagine y'all not being here. I didn't have a single clue how much I needed y'all until now.
But the weirdest part was—
I'm an emotional type. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an emotional type. Highly. But when I know someone's faking it, I'm just like, get out of here. I can't sense any genuine like emotions behind it. I'm just kind of like,
how at the end she says, "I'm sorry."
Right. Like confirm the fact that she did it.
Authorities have looked at this part and deemed it very, very suspicious because it's not usually something you say at a funeral. Now, she faked this entire speech that is genuinely haunting. It's like psychotic to commit murder then put on this entire performance. But this is where things start to get really, really weird. Because after all of this, she literally reaches out to another TikToker, allegedly reportedly, who talks about unsolved cases on her page. Sarah DMs her and asks her to talk about the Brock case.
Why would you ask me to cover a case where you are going to get arrested for taking your parents' lives?
For attention.
Y'all, this is Sarah Grace, and she messaged me back on June 3rd and just said, search up Brock case. So I said, Brock Turner? Brock who? She said, Kristen and James Brock. Hold on. They're my parents, and out of nowhere, a random Thursday night in February, someone came in my house with me and my 5-year-old sister, and my parents left them for me and my little sister to wake up to. Technically, it was a Wednesday night because I found them Thursday morning, and I said, not knowing she was going to wind up arrested for this, I am so sorry. I cannot imagine. I will absolutely research and cover their case. Please take care of you always. Again, not knowing, and I covered it. 17-year-old daughter arrested for parents in Carroll County. On Tuesday afternoon, Carroll County Sheriff's Office announced that they have arrested 17-year-old Sarah Grace Patrick. She is facing 2 murder charges and 2 aggravated assault charges. The girl that asked me to cover the case has been arrested. As you can see here, James Brock was 45 and his wife, Kristen, was 41. Rest in peace to them. They were both found no longer alive on the morning of February 20th. Much more information is going to come out. I will be making another video about this. I just wanted to get this out. I am in absolute shock because, again, the question I asked at the beginning of this video, why would you message me or any other true crime creator saying, hey, please cover this case, and then you wind up being arrested for it? I'm in shock. Now, of course, this is just an arrest. This is not a conviction, so everything's alleged as of now, but please let me know what you think about the psychology behind this.
But this isn't like all she sends. Sarah's like really urgent on her seeing this and covering it. So she like double messages her to make sure that she sees it. I think it would be a really big hit because the only person who posted about it made it as the first image you see when you Google their name. Plus, I can give you intel. I just can't give you anything that could break the case. That's what the cops told me. Now, this is why it's really weird. She isn't asking her to do this for justice. She's asking her because she thinks that it would get a lot of views. Now, Ray William Johnson made a video on this exact same topic, and as you know, he is like the king of like murder cases. Now, he said himself that lots of victims of unsolved cases reach out to him to talk about their story, but when they do, usually they want justice, not because they think it gets a lot of views.
Okay, victims of crimes write me all the time asking me to cover their story or whatever, and never once has anyone said, you should cover this is gonna be a big hit, or you should cover this will get you to the front page of Google. In my personal experience, victims in an unsolved case like this, they just don't think that way. They usually want justice, not views.
And allegedly, reportedly, was not the only one that she reached out to as well. She hit up other crime TikTokers like Jade Talks Crime and Kelly Brown.
As you can see, she reached out to me back in May. Shocked. Well, she also left like 3 comments on like 3 different videos, and I've been trying to find them. As soon as I find them, I can show you that too, but I have to go through like a ton of comments and a ton of videos, and plus TikTok keeps deleting comments off my videos. Why? I don't know, but here she is. Crazy.
So either A, she was trying to milk this for as much views as she possibly can and get all
Look how
the
she
attention,
looked.
or B, she was trying to, I don't know, make herself look innocent by trying to get all these people to talk about it. Maybe a weird combination of both. I don't know. But either way, it's very strange. And on top of this, all of her comments on posts that talk about it are just very weird. She responded to a comment that said that the murder weapon was a gun when that was not public information, at least not from what I know. And she also said that the intruder who shot her parents knew the house very well. Again, kind of weird. This stuff just simply isn't adding up at all. It makes no sense. And clearly the police thought the same. 4 months later, the police issue out a warrant for her arrest. And her biological dad drove her to the police station himself. She's arrested and gets her mugshot taken. The cops claim that they have a mountain of evidence against her, but what exactly that evidence is has not really been revealed yet. Not only was it her social media activity, but it was also the fact that Sarah claims that she never heard the gunshot in the house, but claims that she heard her stepdad's LVAD go off. And LVAD is like a heart monitor thing. Now, I'm not an expert, but I know for a fact that a gunshot is like a lot louder than an LVAD machine. So how the fuck is it that you slept through a gunshot, but you definitely heard the LVAD? As you can tell,
she can hear like sound waves. It went off. Don't tell me. Like I don't know. That's just she got some kind of special powers we don't know about. I don't.
This shocks quite a lot of people, including the TikTokers that she reached out to. Her family has also been pretty public about it. And oddly enough, it's actually been kind of a weirdly mixed situation with how her family has responded to the whole entire thing. Lots of her relatives have spoken out claiming that there's no way that she did it. Her grandpa claimed that the police do not have enough evidence against her in any way possible.
Do you believe she's the one who did this?
No. I think, to sum it up, really, the detectives, the best they could tell me was the evidence says that she's the only one who could possibly have done it. that says to me that there's no real evidence that says she did do it.
And
That's because they only know her from their standpoint. They don't know her for real. They only know her from her kind side, not for her villain side.
the main reason that they're not revealing it is because they don't have jack shit. Her biological dad also defended her daughter, claiming that this just simply is not possible.
Because I know police have said
Her
law
biological.
enforcement
Wait, she never had
that
her.
Their words were like, "We have a mountain of evidence against Sarah Patrick." Do you have any indication of what that mountain is, of what they think that they have on your daughter?
I can't really speak too much to the evidence. I don't want to talk too much, but if they say they have a mountain of evidence, that folder was pretty thin. That's all I will say.
But other relatives are not saying as nice things. One of her other relatives is really clinging on to the fact that she definitely did this crime. Now, are her relatives in denial? Probably. It's extremely common for people who are close to the accused to just simply believe that there's no way they would commit such an unspeakable crime. And can you blame them? It's not easy to accept the fact that your daughter or grandchild committed such an atrocious murder. There's a lot of psychology behind this type of stuff that I'm not really experienced on, but there is a lot that defends it. I mean, when all that stuff about Diddy was coming out, his entire family believed that there was no way he committed any of those crimes. I mean, yeah, he was pronounced not guilty, but like, we all know the truth about that. And maybe, just maybe, this would help her defense a little bit if her entire family was on board with it, but they're not. Sarah's cousin actually spoke out against her and wholeheartedly believed that she did this crime.
What was your reaction when Sarah Grace was arrested?
I can't say I was totally shocked. We had suspicions of her. But I guess overall, I felt relieved that hopefully, we're going to get justice in this case. The investigators have done so much work over these 5 months. I'm confident that they've gone through everything and to get this arrest, I don't think it's to get 4 warrants too being for murder, makes me feel like they have enough, to have made this arrest for a judge to have signed off on it. So I'm confident we'll get justice in this case now.
And you believe that she is the person responsible for the murders of Jamie and Kristen?
I do.
To her, the facts just don't add up. The fact that she didn't hear the LVAD machine but heard the gunshot just simply does not make any sense. She was present at the funeral and witnessed Sarah's speech and wholeheartedly believes that it was extremely inauthentic. She also claims that Sarah was constantly apologizing to her relatives after, which again is kind of weird. But she also did list some other motivations that possibly did help Sarah go through with it. Like the fact that her and her mom didn't really get as long as people thought. They constantly barred her from seeing her boyfriend. Could this also be the reason that she allegedly went through with the shooting and not just doing it for TikTok clout? Maybe. But at the end of the day, who really knows? Now, lately with authorities, it hasn't really been as much of a debate over whether Sarah did it or not, but rather who she possibly did it with. Something that doesn't really add up is how she got rid of the weapon and pulled all this off herself. Signs do point to her being behind it, but not solo. Someone who had similar motives
Was like a boyfriend of hers or something? Or like an ex? Yo, it had to be. Is she like a boyfriend involved? I feel like she might have. I don't know though.
motivations and reasons had to help her in some sort of way with pulling this entire crime off. That's what the authority believes, and that's what Ray William Johnson believes. So who helped her did it is unclear. I guess time will tell. I want to say thank you all for watching the video. I chose not to have a sponsor in this video so that I could have more time to talk about Team Water, which is a
W charity. I'm not gonna lie. That's just insane, man. Like, stop doing dumb stuff for clout. Like, it don't make no sense, especially going that far. Just make sure you raise your kids the way you're supposed to raise them. I'm not even doing YouTube for clout. Like, I'm really doing it because I love doing it, but at the same time, I do want it to be my future career someday. So I do want to make money off of it, meet the ones that inspire me, all that stuff. You know, have fun, grow in other ways I never knew I could, and just stuff like that. But yeah, just don't do that stuff for clout. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. If you love the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Also join the Discord if you haven't. And also in the comments, tell me how you feel about the situation. I think this is crazy. I feel like she has somebody else involved. I feel like it could be like a boyfriend or another friend of hers. I don't know. Keep it chill. I love y'all. Until next time, peace out.